Ladies and gentlemen, success begins in the mind, not in the pocketbook, not in the office, not in the bank. Every achievement, every fortune, every great enterprise ever created was first born in the invisible workshop of the human mind. Before anything appears in the material world, it must first exist as an idea, a burning desire, a vision held with unwavering faith. The men and women who rise from humble beginnings to heights of power and prosperity are those who first conquered the battlefield of their thoughts. Your mind is your most powerful asset. It can build empires or destroy them. It can raise you from obscurity to greatness, or chain you to mediocrity. Every thought you allow to dominate your mind shapes your future. You are today where your thoughts have brought you. You will be tomorrow where your thoughts take you. What is success? It is the progressive realization of a definite chief aim. It is not luck, it is not accident, it is not a stroke of fortune bestowed by fate. Success is the result of a clear, definite purpose pursued with relentless determination. But that purpose, that aim, must first be created in the mind. If you do not have a vision of where you are going, if your desires are vague, your results will be just as uncertain. You must see yourself as you wish to become. Picture it, feel it. Taste it in your imagination before you ever hold it in your hand. The mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. If you can hold the image of your desired success firmly in your mind and back it with faith and action, then nothing in heaven or earth can stop its manifestation. The world steps aside for the person who knows where he is going and believes that he will get there. Thoughts are things. This is not poetry. It is a law of life. Everything begins as a thought, and that thought, when mixed with belief and emotion, becomes a force. A silent force that drives actions, attracts people, opens doors, and breaks down walls. Success is not created through muscle or connections, but through an inner decision that the world must and will respond to. But you cannot plant weeds and expect to harvest roses. You must guard your thoughts as a farmer guards his field. Doubt, fear, jealousy, procrastination, these are the weeds of the mind, and they must be rooted out. If you entertain these thoughts, they will grow and strangle your progress. You must replace them with thoughts of courage, faith, persistence, and purpose. These are the seeds of success, and they must be nourished daily. What you believe about yourself becomes your reality. If you think you are unworthy, unqualified, or incapable, life will confirm it. But if you believe you are destined for greatness, if you see yourself as a creator of circumstances rather than a victim of them, then life will bend itself to your convictions. A man becomes what he thinks about most of the time. Therefore, think success, speak success, act with the confidence of success, and it will come. There is no limit to what the mind can achieve when it is aligned with a definite purpose and a burning desire. Greatness is not reserved for the chosen few. It is available to every man and woman who dares to claim it, who refuses to give up when others quit, who works harder on themselves than they do on their job. The world rewards persistence, it rewards belief, it rewards clarity of vision and tenacity of purpose. The moment you decide to take control of your thoughts, you take control of your destiny. The moment you refuse to be guided by fear and begin to act from faith, your life begins to change. And make no mistake, this change does not happen overnight. It requires discipline. It requires repetition. It requires turning your back on the world's cynicism and daring to believe in yourself. But if you persist, if you stay the course, the results will come, first in small signs, then in great victories. Success is not something you chase. It is something you attract by the person you become. And that person is first shaped in the mind. Your future lies not in the hands of others, not in the whims of chance, but in your thoughts. Right now, think wisely, think boldly, think with faith, because as surely as the sun rises, your thoughts will become your reality. If you wish to transform your life, you must begin by transforming your mind. Everything else, your income, your relationships, your opportunities, is merely a reflection of the condition of your inner world. The person who controls their mind controls their world. This is the foundation of all achievement. You cannot hope to rise in life if your thinking remains low. You cannot expect abundance if your thoughts are saturated with limitation. The law is simple. You receive in life not what you wish for, but what you are prepared to believe and expect. This is why wishful thinking is never enough. Wishing is idle. It carries no power, no demand, no expectation. But when a man transforms a wish into a burning desire, and a burning desire into a definite goal backed by unwavering belief, then he taps into the source of all success. That belief becomes a magnet. It draws the people, the circumstances, the resources needed to bring that vision into form. It does not matter where you start. What matters is the intensity of your vision and the consistency of your effort. The greatest mistake you can make is to let temporary failure discourage permanent belief. There will be obstacles, you will be tested, you will fall short, but these are not signs that you are doomed to fail. They are simply challenges designed to strengthen your resolve. Every successful individual has passed through seasons of defeat, but what separates them from the rest is the refusal to accept failure as final. Each setback becomes a stepping stone, each disappointment a lesson, each rejection a redirection. You only lose when you give up. Your mind must be trained as surely as the body must be exercised. You must develop mental discipline, the ability to focus on what you want and to reject what you do not. Most people allow their thoughts to drift like leaves in the wind, reacting to circumstances, absorbing negativity, entertaining doubt. But the successful man disciplines his thinking. He guards his mind against pessimism, against idle gossip, against the chorus of those who say, "It can't be done." He understands that the mind is a garden, and weeds left unattended will take over. If you desire success, then speak only success. Speak it to yourself when you rise, speak it when you are alone, speak it in your prayers and in your plans. Your words are the mold into which your future is cast. Talk of defeat and you will attract it. Speak of doubt and it will take root, but speak of victory, of confidence, of purpose, and your words will shape your path. Your subconscious mind listens to everything you say and begins to move you in the direction of your dominant speech and belief. There is tremendous power in repetition. The mind does not change in an instant. It is shaped gradually, like water shaping stone. Daily affirmations, daily visualization, daily focus on your goal. These are not mere rituals, they are acts of creation. You are building a new version of yourself each day you persist. Just as a sculptor chips away at marble to reveal the statue within, you are removing the doubt, the fear, the old habits, until what remains is the person capable of achieving your vision. You must act as if it were impossible to fail. This is not arrogance, it is faith in action, faith that the goal is worthy, faith that the power within you is greater than any obstacle before you. Faith that the same universal laws that built the stars and keeps them in orbit are working in your favor when your thoughts and actions are in harmony. Success does not respond to hesitation. It responds to boldness, to decisiveness, to action taken with belief. Be careful of your environment. The thoughts of others can influence your own. Surround yourself with people who believe in possibility, who push you to grow, who remind you of who you can become. Eliminate the toxic voices that speak only of problems, only of limits, only of what can't be done. Your mind is too precious to be polluted with the fears of others. Stand guard over your mental environment as you would over your home. Understand this truth. Success is not found, it is forged. It is built day by day through focused thought, unwavering belief, and persistent effort. No one is born with it. It is not handed out at random. It is earned by those who first see it in their minds, then hold that vision with such clarity and emotion that the universe is compelled to bring it forth. Everything begins in the invisible before it appears in the visible. Just as a seed planted in darkness sprouts toward the light, your ideas, your desires, your vision, though unseen, are growing roots in the soil of your mind. Nourish them, feed them with faith, with learning, with decisive action, and protect them from the weeds of doubt, negativity, and fear. There is no secret to success beyond the mind that believes it is possible and the hands that work as though it is inevitable. Whatever you hold consistently in your thoughts, backed by emotion and action, must move toward you. This is law. You need not beg for success. You need only align your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions with your purpose, and success must come. It has no choice. The mind is your kingdom. Guard it, train it, direct it. Everything you desire in life already exists as potential, but it awaits your permission, your belief, your mental command. Begin there, and no force on earth can stop what you set in motion. To truly grasp the magnitude of your mind's power, you must understand that it is the source of all creation. The mind is the starting point for every invention, every work of art, every empire, every movement for change. There is no achievement in human history that was not first conceived by a single thought. Yet the mind is often treated as a dormant tool, allowed to wander aimlessly or be filled with doubts and distractions. The successful individual harnesses this mighty instrument, shaping and guiding it toward the exact purpose they seek. There are two forces at work in the mind, constructive and destructive. Constructive thoughts build, inspire, create, and lead to growth. Destructive thoughts destroy, discourage, paralyze, and lead to decay. The battle is ongoing. The battlefield is your mind. You decide daily which force will dominate. This decision is not made once and forever. It is made each moment through what you choose to think about, what you say to yourself, and how you act. If you want to be a master of your destiny, you must become a master of your mind. Mental mastery means control. It means setting your purpose and refusing to let distractions, doubts, or fear pull you off course. It means feeding your mind only with thoughts that empower and inspire you. It means seeking knowledge and wisdom daily, because an educated mind is a strong mind. Knowledge is the fertilizer that helps your goals grow. Ignorance, on the other hand, starves your dreams. It is not enough to simply wish for success. Wishes are fleeting. They flutter away with the slightest breeze of difficulty. What you need is a definite, burning desire, so intense and so clear that it takes possession of your mind. This desire will fuel your efforts and shield you from discouragement. It will compel you to act even when the path is uncertain or obstacles arise. When desire is combined with a clear plan and persistent action, it becomes unstoppable. Belief is the key that unlocks the power of desire. Without belief, desire is weak and easily shattered by the first failure. Belief is faith in yourself and in your purpose. It is the absolute conviction that you can achieve what you set out to do. This belief must be so strong that it permeates every thought and action. You must see yourself as the person who already has what you want. This mental picture, held with faith, will magnetize the circumstances and opportunities necessary to bring your vision into reality. Faith is not a passive hope. It is active expectation. It is not waiting for something to happen, but working toward the certainty that it will. When faith dominates your mind, it obliterates fear and doubt. Fear is the greatest enemy of success because it stops you before you even begin. It paralyzes your creativity and undermines your efforts. Faith, on the other hand, is the driving force that pushes you forward, that helps you find solutions, that motivates you to keep going when others quit. Your mind is a fertile garden, and your thoughts are the seeds. Plant positive, ambitious, and powerful seeds, and you will reap a harvest of success and happiness. Plant negative, fearful, and doubtful seeds, and you will reap frustration and failure. It is your responsibility to weed out the destructive thoughts and nurture the constructive ones. This requires discipline, vigilance, and daily practice. Do not allow yourself to be a passive spectator of your own mind. Take charge. One of the most effective ways to train your mind is through visualization. See your goals clearly in your imagination as if they were already accomplished. Feel the emotions that come with success, the pride, the joy, the freedom. The more vivid your mental picture, the stronger the impression on your subconscious mind. Your subconscious does not argue or question. It simply acts on the dominant impressions it receives. By feeding it clear, positive images, you are programming yourself for success. Alongside visualization, affirmations are powerful tools. Repeating statements of positive belief and purpose rewire your mind. They help to drown out the noise of negativity and build an inner voice of confidence and determination. Speak to yourself daily, I am capable, I am deserving, I will succeed. These statements are not empty words, but commands to your subconscious that shape your attitudes and behaviors. Success is also the product of definite plans carried out with persistence. The mind's power must be matched by action. Dreams and ideas without action are like seeds thrown on rocky ground. They wither and die. You must take consistent steps every day toward your goal, no matter how small. Each effort adds momentum. Persistence is the bridge between desire and achievement. It is the quality that transforms failure into opportunity. When you persist, you learn, you grow stronger, you adapt, and eventually you triumph. One of the greatest obstacles to success is the fear of failure. This fear is born from false beliefs about what failure means. Failure is not defeat, it is a lesson. It is the process by which you discover what does not work and gain the wisdom to find what does. Every successful person has failed many times, but has chosen to see failure as feedback, not a verdict. When you remove the fear of failure, you free yourself to try boldly, to take risks, and to grow. Your environment and the company you keep influence your mind more than you might realize. Thoughts are contagious. Surround yourself with those who believe in growth, who push you to become better, who challenge you to dream bigger. Avoid those who dwell on limitations, who complain, who discourage. You become like the people you spend the most time with. Choose your mental companions wisely. Your mind thrives on purpose. Without purpose, it wanders and becomes susceptible to doubt and distraction. Find your why, the reason behind your goal. When your purpose is strong, it ignites your desire and fuels your persistence. It also acts as a compass, guiding your decisions and actions. Purpose creates meaning, and meaning creates motivation that endures through hardship. Learning to control your emotions is also essential to mastering your mind. Emotions are powerful forces that can either support or sabotage your goals. Fear, anger, and frustration cloud judgment and weaken resolve. Confidence, enthusiasm, and calm focus strengthen your ability to think clearly and act decisively. You must learn to recognize your emotions and choose which ones to feed. Emotional control is not suppression, but intelligent management. The mind is influenced by habit. It's repeated thoughts and actions that become automatic. To succeed, you must build habits that support your goals. Develop a daily routine that includes time for reflection, study, planning, and action. Replace negative habits such as procrastination and complaining with positive habits like reading, goal setting, and gratitude. Your habits are the building blocks of your character, and your character shapes your destiny. Remember that your mind is a living force, continuously creating your reality. It never rests. It is always working, either for you or against you. The difference lies in your awareness and your choice. You may not control every external circumstance, but you can control your internal landscape. And your internal landscape determines your outer world. Take time each day to feed your mind with wisdom, inspiration, and clarity. Avoid the flood of negative news and idle distractions. Instead, seek books, lectures, and conversations that uplift and educate. Meditation and silence can help you center your thoughts and sharpen your mental focus. The stronger your mind, the better equipped you are to handle challenges and seize opportunities. Never underestimate the power of a single idea held firmly in the mind. Many great successes started as a single thought, a spark in the darkness. That spark became a flame through belief, persistence, and action. Your mind is the birthplace of that flame. Cultivate it, protect it, feed it, and watch as it lights the path to your dreams. In the end, success is not about luck or talent alone. It is about mastering the most powerful tool at your disposal, your mind. Control your thoughts, harness your desires, believe with conviction, act with persistence, and you will become unstoppable. Your future is shaped by the thoughts you entertain today. Choose them wisely, and success will be your inevitable companion. Never forget, the journey to success is first and foremost a journey within. The external world bends to the will of the mind that commands it. The mind is the origin of all things. Success begins there, and success begins now. To truly grasp the power that lies within your mind, you must realize it is your constant companion, always working, always influencing the course of your life. It is not subject to chance or luck, but responds unfailingly to the commands you give it through your thoughts and beliefs. When you accept this truth, you embrace responsibility for your own destiny. You no longer blame external circumstances or other people for your lack of progress. Instead, you recognize that every change you desire begins in the quiet chambers of your mind. Every great accomplishment in history was first imagined by someone who refused to accept the limits of their current reality. These individuals dared to think differently, to dream bigger, to push past fear and uncertainty. They cultivated an inner certainty that what they desired was possible and willed themselves forward with unrelenting focus. This same power resides within you, waiting to be awakened and directed. Your mind is like a magnet, attracting the experiences, people, and opportunities that correspond with your dominant thoughts. If your thoughts are filled with doubt, scarcity, and defeat, then that is what you will attract. But if your mind is filled with faith, abundance, and success, then the universe will respond accordingly. This is a law of nature, silent, impartial, and unbreakable. Now is the time to take command. Begin by choosing your thoughts carefully, for they are the architects of your life. Train your mind to focus on your goals, to expect success, and to reject fear and negativity. Practice seeing yourself as the person you want to become, and act as if that person already exists. With every thought you reinforce your new identity and draw it closer to reality. Remember, the mind is a creative force, and what you create begins with belief. If you believe you can succeed, you will. If you believe you can overcome obstacles, you will. If you believe in your power to change, you will. Your thoughts are seeds. Plant those of confidence, purpose, and determination, and harvest the life you envision. The seed of success is planted today in the fertile soil of your mind, nurtured by faith and action, destined to grow into the reality you desire. In every great achievement, you will find the same undeniable truth. Success is born in the mind. It begins with a clear vision, a burning desire, and an unwavering belief in your own potential. Your thoughts shape your reality, and your mind is the powerful instrument through which you create your future. By taking control of your thinking, nurturing positive and purposeful thoughts, and backing them with persistent action, you hold the key to unlocking the life you desire. Remember, the world yields to those who command their minds with faith and determination. Success is not a matter of chance. It is the inevitable result of a mind fully committed to victory. Embrace that power today, and watch as your dreams transform into reality.